Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to watch this demonstration on meaningful use, how to achieve the core and menu measures. This video demonstration is on core measure number 7, recording demographics. Let's go ahead and get started. First, let's open up the Record Demographics PDF from the MTBC website and learn more about this measure. This is the Eligible Professional Meaningful Use Core Measure number 7 out of 15, Record Demographics. And for this objective, we have to record 5 distinct items in the patient demographics. And those include preferred language, gender, race, ethnicity, and date of birth. And these 5 distinct items need to be documented for more than 50% of all unique patients who have demographics recorded as structured data. So there are no exclusions for this measure. It applies to all of the providers who hope to achieve meaningful use. So let's scroll down a little bit and read a little bit more about some of these details. The definition of terms are fairly straightforward. Preferred language, the language by which the patient prefers to communicate. Unique patient, if a patient is seen more than once during the reporting period, they will only be counted one time for this measure. And the attestation requirements are again numerator and denominator attestations with no exclusions. So the denominator for this measure will be all of the unique patients who've been seen by the provider during the 90-day reporting period. And the numerator will be those patients who have all of the elements documented as structured data, meaning every single one of those 5 components: preferred language, gender, race, ethnicity, and date of birth. And the measure, of course, is 50% or more have to be documented in order for you to meet this measure. And one question that had been asked about preferred language in one of our previous webinars was, are we required as providers to communicate in the patient's preferred language? And the answer is no. This is simply a documentation of the preferred language in which the patient wishes to communicate or prefers to communicate. You do not need to provide those type of services in the patient's preferred language. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this is achieved using the MTBC EMR. First, we can begin by finding a patient using the patient search feature. Once we found the patient of our choice, we can double-click on that patient's account and open up that patient's demographic information. Here, there are a few fields that are required for meaningful use, including date of birth, race, ethnicity, preferred language, gender. Once we've entered all of those requirements, we can go ahead and save this account to update our record. For new patients, it's fairly straightforward as well. We go back to the patient search. We can click New Patient and enter our demographic information. We can select a gender, a race, ethnicity, a preferred language. And here we've documented race, ethnicity, preferred language, gender, and date of birth, all 5 of our requirements.